I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to I Love Nails, April Shorty, His Honey Nails, and I Cordy for being the first four to comment on my last video. I appreciate you ladies so much.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you out.
Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So for today's set, I am using my Unagella XXL coffin tips that I got off Amazon. I will have them linked down below. And today's set is going to be a polygel overlay set, so like a polygel application on top of the nail. Which I haven't done for a while on my channel, but I absolutely love them. And I don't know, I just was feeling the polygel vibes. So I am going to do this as a peel off, so I'm using my Beetles peel off. And I'm going to go ahead and put a thin layer over all of my nails and give it a 30-second cure in my lamp. So for the set today, I'm using base gel to apply my nail tips, and I do this on a normal basis. So when I'm fully prepping, I think I said this story before. One of my favorite clients, she likes her nails put on like this as well, and I feel like it's a really sturdy method as opposed to the nail glue. So I've been doing this for years, but I basically just put a little into the bottom of that tip, and then I'm going to put it on to the tip of my natural nail and then flash cure it into place for about 10 seconds, and I do repeat that over all of my nails. So typically when I do a peel off, I don't like to file my tips on my fingertips, because my peel off, it does just that. I use peel offs that will actually peel right off. So as soon as I'm done with the set, I can pop them off with no damage, and it's just a done deal. That's what type of peel offs I like to use. So I'm always nervous to file on my fingers because I've had it pop off a time or two before. So once that's done, I'm going to go in with a thin layer of the base coat over all of the nails. And I was just showing you that normally I would file where the tip and the natural nail meet, and then file the whole tip itself, like kind of just take the shine away from it. And I don't always do that. Even when I keep it on, sometimes I just do exactly what I'm doing now and go in with the base gel. But the base gel is basically to protect your natural nail, but also give the polygel something to hold on to as well. And once I get all of my nails covered, I do give it a 30-second cure in my lamp. Today's polygel is IUZnova from my cart. Y'all already knew 9 times out of 10, I was using a Macart product because Macart is the bomb.com. So I'm going to do the 2-bead method. So I'm starting in with the first bead, and I basically squeeze out what I think I need from where the tip and the natural nail meet to the free edge. I'm going to take my brush dipped in some 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I am just going to go ahead and pat this polygel onto the nail. So firstly, I do pat it out, so I'm like patting it across the nail, and I basically make sure that it touches all sides of the nail. And that's pretty much what I'm focusing on here with the first bead. As you see, bringing it to my side walls and everything. And then once I get all of the polygel set over the nail, I then go in and just smooth everything out. So you never want to necessarily drag the polygel, but once you get it into a position like this, it does become easy to kind of just pat it and it'll blend, just like you see me doing here. Super, super easy, super beginner friendly. And one of the benefits of polygel for me is that you have ample time to work with it. So it doesn't set, it doesn't cure, it doesn't do anything until you are ready for it to set. And that's what makes it super beginner friendly. I feel like you get salon quality nails at home, and it does put you in the mind of a fresh acrylic set. It is a mix between acrylic and gel, but I just love polygel. I feel like this is my absolute favorite product. I was so happy I discovered this when I first started doing nails, and since then I've just been in love. So the key, because you have so much time, you want to make sure you are actually just patting this and blending that as good as you can before curing, so that everything is nice and set. Now, what I love about Macart's polygel, if you just notice, I moved right over to my middle finger. I did not cure. So with Macart's polygel, because the consistency is a little on the stiffer side, it's still very easy to work with. So don't let the word stiff, kind of scare you. It's really beginner friendly and easy to work with. But because it is on the stiffer side, it does not move. So some polygels are a bit more runny, and you would need to cure in between each nail. With this product here, it's wonderful. I'm going to do all 4 of my fingers and then give it a cure in the lamp. And it's just perfect. Everything stays into place, but it makes for a quicker, faster application when you can do more than one nail at a time, which is why you typically see me stick with Macart. There's a few other brands I want to try again that I've had before, and I just can't remember how their consistency are. And I'm going to purchase some polygel from them very soon so that we can give it a whirl, and I can see if there's someone else other than Macart that I can fall in love with, because when I tell you this is my absolute favorite, I will use just this and be fine, to be honest. I feel like it's just a perfect product to use. But I'll let you go ahead and finish watching me set the first bead on my pinky, like the rest of the So the first bead is cured fully. Now we're going to go in with that second bead. So I just put like a little ball towards the cuticle. And I'm again going to take my polygel brush with some slip solution. I first start by the cuticle and fix that up around there to make it nice and flush, making sure it does not touch my skin at all. With this bead, I like to keep the center a bit high and work around it. So once I get the cuticle together, I'm going to pull from the bottom of that bead and blend that into the first already cured bead. When I do my nails like this, I never have a problem. I don't really like a real exaggerated apex. I feel like what I'm doing now is just enough. And I've not had an issue with my nails breaking, lifting, anything. This is just what I prefer to do. So I'm showing you what I do. And if you want to try it, you can. But I never have a problem. And it's just really easy, the 2 bead method. I absolutely love it. And I'm just repeating that over all of my nails. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you so much to anyone that is taking the time to watch my video or has taken the time to watch my video. I appreciate you so very much. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and I thank you so very much for joining me on my nail journey. And if you've been subscribed to my channel, new or old, I love you so much, and I'm very thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. And this is what my nails look like after just the application. So much better than previous years, y'all. I've gotten so much better, but I'm going in with a lint-free alcohol and some, a lint-free wipe and some alcohol. I'm just rubbing off the sticky inhibition layer that's there from the Polygel before I go in with my filing. So I'm going to take my mandrel and a sanding band in the grit of 180, and I'm going to go around the cuticle and, you know, make that nice and flushed. And I'm going to go ahead and go up and down the nail like so with my mandrel. Now, normally with Polygel, I don't use an e-file to file. The only reason why I'm using the e-file at this point is because the nails are sensitive because of the peel off base, and I'm not applying any pressure here. I'm going very lightly. I have sped it up a bit, and I'm going to speed it up even more. But so I'm going really lightly over here. Like, I'm not putting any pressure down or anything like that to cause it to peel off before I want it to. But if I was to go in with a hand file right now, oh gosh, I'm sure they would come off. But typically I like to use a hand file when I am filing my Polygel. And in the future, I'll do a set that I actually keep on for the week, and then I'll use the hand file to show you just how easy it is to file without an e-file. So that's another benefit to Polygel. If you're somebody who's not comfortable with an e-file, just can't afford one, or just not comfortable, just don't feel like you want to use an e-file, this is a product that you do not need an e-file for. You can file it just right with just, you know, a hand file. And again, I'll make it my business to show you in a future video just how easy, again, it is to file with just a hand file. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you watch me finish filing the nails. And then again, I'm going to wipe everything down with some alcohol once that's done. I did buff as well, but I did that off camera. I'm not sure why, but I'm just cleaning up the nails here a bit. So today's color choices from Madam Glam are going to be Orange Poppy, and I'm going to pair it with this Orange Morvan glitter here. The next shade that I did decide to kind of go in with, and each shade I am going to pair with a glitter from Morvan. So the next one is B-Day Bash, and I'm pairing it with this purple glitter. The next color is Good Luck, and again I'm pairing it with this green glitter from Morvan. I'm also going to be using Always and Forever, one of my faves from Madam Glam, this really pretty blue with the blue glitter. And then last but certainly not least, today we're going to be using Pink Frenzy with this pink glitter from Morvan. I'm also going to be incorporating these flower pieces into the set for today. So the set is really simple. All of the nails are going to be the same, just with a different color. So first off, I'm starting with B-Day Bash. And for all of the nails, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go across the top like so diagonally, and I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. So I'm taking my time. I'm going to map everything out to make sure nothing gets on my skin, and then just fill this portion here in on the nail. And then I'm going to take that same color and go in diagonally with a line in the center of the nail. And then lastly, I'm going to go in at the bottom of this nail as well and fill in a diagonal portion down there as well. Once I get the 3 sections set onto the nail, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So first things first, we're just going to map out all of the nails with the same design, again with different colors. So the index, we use B-Day Bash. For the middle finger, we're going to use Good Luck. The ring finger, we're using Always and Forever. The pinky, we're going to use that pink, which was Pink Frenzy. And then for the thumb, I'm going to be using Orange Poppy. So I'll let you watch me just put the base down on all of the nails. So this is what the nails look like after just the base design. And I'm going to go in with Madam Glam's Velvet Matte Top Coat. And I'm going to top coat over all of these nails because I do want the base of them to be matte and give this a 30-second cure in my lamp. So I decided I really wanted to do a matte set. I have not done a matte set in so long, and I love matte nails. I feel like they're chef's kiss and just amazing. So I have this bag that I've been collecting nail sets in for quite a while now. I have thrown quite a few nail sets away, and I don't know why, because I keep this bag. So what I'm going to start doing randomly once a month is going in on camera, going into that bag and just pulling out a nail set to recreate. Some of them are old, so in my beginner stages my nails were real wonky and looked a mess, but we're gonna roll with it. I think it'll be fun. So now this is where the glitter comes into play. So on all of the nails, I'm going to do the same thing. And of course, we're going to just use the corresponding color glitter. So I'm going to go in on this top piece with the matte top coat, and I'm going to paint that on. I'm going to leave that wet, and then I'm going to pour over. Well, actually not yet. I'm going to go ahead and matte this out like this. Like so, I'm going to place that on, leave it wet. Then I'm going to move down actually to the bottom slant piece, but instead of doing the whole entire piece, I'm just going to do a very thin line right on the tip of this diagonal design. So you'll see here, so like I'm just going to go in just like this across the tip of that design, and then at this point we're going to leave that wet and we're going to pour over that purple glitter and then cure that for 30 seconds. So I'm basically doing the same thing over all of the nails, just with the corresponding color. And y'all, I don't know what the frick I was going through, but on the last couple of nails here, I'm super zoomed in. I mean, I guess it's not a problem, but like if I could see in the camera how I wanted to, I would not have been that zoomed in, because it's definitely not that serious. But I guess you can see a lot better what I'm doing with me zoomed in. But I'll let you finish watching me pour over the glitter on the nails. So now that's set, I'm going in now with matte top coat here. I normally would use rhinestone glue, but being that I was pulling these nails right back off, I felt like the matte top coat would be okay. And I'm just going to use the 3 flowers. So again, we're doing the same design on all the nails, just using the corresponding color. So I'm going to go in on this one, obviously, with 3 purple flowers. So we're going to use a small one in the middle. We're going to do a bigger one, and then on the other side of this we'll do another small one, and then give that a 30-second cure, and I'll let you watch me apply the flowers to all of my nails. Then I'm going back in and I just drop a bit of rhinestone glue right in the center of each flower, and I'm just going to place a gold caviar bead on all of the nails. After the caviar beads are set, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds and apply some cuticle oil off camera, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the finished set. Y'all can't tell me these nails are not cute. The shape is everything. The colors, the glitter, just a chef's kiss, beautiful polygel set. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this super cute spring set. And if you've made it this far into the video, I definitely would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the very best you that you can be, and much love to all.